Hello children, good morning. In the previous class we discussed about comparison between hydrogen and alkali metals. What were the similarity between alkali metals and hydrogen we discussed in the previous video. Today we will discuss about similarity between hydrogen and halogens. How hydrogen having resembling property to halogens. Right, so let us start. First point, we will compare electronic configuration. Okay, if we talk about electronic configuration of hydrogen, its atomic number is 1 and k cell 1 electron. While if we talk about electronic configuration of halogen, like fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine. Okay, fluorine 2 7 2 8 7 2 8 18 7. Right. Similarly for iodine as well. Right. So you can see from the electronic configuration of hydrogen and halogen, it is clear that to become stable, they both need one electron. Hydrogen is also just a sort of one electron to become helium, to achieve the electronic configuration of helium. After gaining one electron, its outermost shell will contain 2 electrons, which is equivalent to the electronic configuration of helium. Similarly, fluorine is just a sort of one electron. It will gain one electron and will achieve the electronic configuration of nearest noble gas, neon. Okay, likewise chlorine as well, it is also just a sort of one electron. After gaining one electron, it will achieve the electronic configuration of nearest noble gas, argon. Okay, so this is similarity between hydrogens and halogens electronic configuration. To become stable, or you can say they just sort of one electron, so that they can achieve the electronic configuration of nearest noble gas. Clear? So similarity number first, I hope you people understood. Now come at similarity number 2. In terms of valency, we will try to understand. Both have valency 1. Thus they take one electron to attain the electronic configuration of nearest inert gas. How they both have valency 1? Just before we all have seen electronic configuration of hydrogen is 1. So to become stable, it needs one electron. Or you can say here, one electron means valency 1. Okay, here if we talk about valency of fluorine, chlorine, bromine, its outermost shell is having 7 electron. It means it will come under the category of non-metal, and for non-metal valency is equal to 8 minus valence electron. So 8 minus 7 valency, 1 for halogen. Okay, hydrogen is having 1 electron, so valency 1. So they both have 1 electron. They both have valency 1. Right? Comparison in terms of formation of ions. Okay, hydrogen can be have as non-metal. We all know electronic configuration of hydrogen is 1. So to become stable, it needs 1 electron. In this way, by gaining 1 electron, it forms hydride ions. Similarly, fluorine is also sort of 1 electron. To become stable, it gains 1 electron to form fluoride ion. Chlorine, sort of 1 electron. To become stable, it gains 1 electron to become chloride ion. Okay, so they both hydrogen as well as halogen forms anions by gain of electron. So you can say both show a tendency to form anions since they are one electron short of the nearest inert gas configuration. I hope you people understood. This is third similarity between halogen and hydrogen. Now come at similarity number 4. Electronegative character. Electronegative character. Both halogens and hydrogens are non-metal. They show electronegative character. Means they have ability to gain electron. If we talk about electronegative character, negative character, both halogens and hydrogen have ability to gain electron. Okay, that's why they are electronegative in nature. By the reaction we can understand hydrogen gains electron to form hydride ion, fluorine gains electron to form fluoride ion. Clear? So both hydrogen and halogen behave as electronegative element, right? Physical state like halogens, hydrogen too is gas. Okay, so they both are gas. Similarity number 5. Physical nature, physical state, or you can say physical nature. Physical state. Okay, gaseous. They both exist in the gaseous form. Atomicity. I hope you people know. Atomicity. They both are diatomic in nature. Both hydrogen and halogen is diatomic because hydrogen exists in diatomic form S2, halogen chlorine Cl2, bromine Br2, iodine I2. Okay, so they all have atomicity 2. Hydrogen atomicity 2, chlorine atomicity 2, bromine 2, iodine 2. So both have atomicity 2 and exist in diatomic in nature. So I hope you people understood similarity between hydrogen and halogen. Clear? Now come at preparation of hydrogen. Okay, we will start now topic preparation of hydrogen. Okay, if we talk about preparation of hydrogen as per our syllabus, we will discuss preparation of hydrogen from cold water, boiling water, steam water, from acid, from alkali. Laboratory method we will use. Laboratory method we will use, right? Okay, then after we will discuss Bose method, right? So let us start preparation of hydrogen from cooled water and metals. Preparation of hydrogen from cooled water and metals, right? So reactive metal like potassium, sodium and calcium react with cold water to liberate hydrogen gas. Their reactions are highly exothermic reaction. These reactions we have already discussed in the previous class. Okay, we have discussed how hydrogen is prepared from water. Okay, so cold water react with active metals like sodium, potassium, calcium and liberates hydrogen gas. Okay, so briefly you can write that active metals like sodium, potassium and calcium react with cold water and releases hydrogen gas, right? So let us start with sodium. Start with sodium. Okay, how sodium undergo reaction? We all know sodium is very highly active metal. Okay, so even this method is not preferred. Even this method is not preferred because the reaction is very violent. Reaction is very violent, but less than potassium. Valency is less than potassium. Potassium is highly reactive as compared to sodium. Okay, so the reaction is violent but less than potassium. Sodium melts into a globules and darts about on the surface of water. Therefore, the collection of hydrogen becomes very difficult. Sodium, what I told, sodium melts. Whenever sodium will come in the contact of water, sodium melts into globules. Okay, about on the surface of water. Therefore, the collection of hydrogen becomes very difficult. Okay, clear? So the reaction is not preferred due to violency of the reaction. Reaction is very violent. Sodium plus cold water, in bracket you can write it down cold, it forms NaOH plus hydrogen gas. To make it balance, you have to put stoichiometric coefficient 2. Okay, formed 2 NaOH and hydrogen gas liberates. So as I told you all, sodium forms globules and darts on the surface of water. So in order to prevent sodium from darting about, wrap it up in a small piece of wire gauze and quickly invert over it a gas jar full of water. Hydrogen gas can be prepared by this method. Okay, as I told you all, sodium, when it comes in the contact of water, it forms globules or dart over the surface of water. So to avoid the formation of globule or you can say dart, okay, we wrap sodium with a wire gauze, or sometimes cotton is also used to wrap the sodium. Okay, then after, a jar filled with water is inverted over the piece of sodium wrapped with wire gauze or cotton. In this way, hydrogen gas can be prepared. Clear? Now come at reaction with sodium. Reaction with sodium, potassium. Sodium we have already discussed. Reaction with potassium. Potassium is highly reactive as compared to sodium. So here reaction will be very violent. Okay, the reaction will be very violent and highly exothermic. The heat liberated during the reaction ignites hydrogen. You can see how highly exothermic it is. Due to high exothermic nature, whatever hydrogen will form, it ignites in presence of heat. Clear? So this method is also not preferred due to very violent reaction. Clear? So you can say the reaction to potassium undergo reaction with the cold water to form potassium hydroxide and hydrogen gas liberates. Hydrogen gas liberate. Clear? I hope you people understood. Both reaction with potassium and sodium is not preferred due to violency. Clear? Now come at reaction with the calcium. Reaction with calcium. Third reaction with calcium. So the reaction is not vigorous as compared to sodium. Since the metal is costly, it is not economical viable to prepare hydrogen using this method. Right? The reaction is not vigorous, but due to the very costly, it is not preferred generally. Clear? So calcium undergo reaction with water to form calcium hydroxide and hydrogen gas is prepared. Though this method can be used for the preparation, but it will be costly. Clear? So calcium undergo reaction with cold water to form calcium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas. Okay, this reaction is not economical. That's why sometimes people avoid it, though it can be used for the preparation of hydrogen gas into the lab, right? So I hope you people understood the comparative study of hydrogen and halogen. What are the similarity between hydrogen and halogen, how it can be prepared. We discussed a preparation of hydrogen by using cold water. I told you all, cold water undergo reaction with the active metals like sodium, potassium and calcium to liberate hydrogen gas. We discussed how hydrogen can be prepared from sodium, potassium. I told you all, sodium, potassiums are very violent, very active metals, and reaction is violent. That's why it is generally avoided, though method can be used for the preparation of hydrogen gas. Calcium, I told you all, the reaction is not that much vigorous as we discussed about sodium and potassium. It can be used for the preparation of hydrogen gas, but it will be costly. It will be costly. After that, we will discuss about preparation of hydrogen gas by using boiling water, okay, steam, and then after with the dilute acid. In the next video, we will discuss all these things. Thank you so much.